Welcome everyone to FC25 and the first episode of our West Ham United career mode. The Hammers are entering an exciting phase with the appointment of Julen Lopetegui as manager and a squad featuring some standout talents. In the most recent transfer window, West Ham made significant moves showing their commitment to getting back into European competitions. I like to place a heavy focus on realism in career mode, so I've disabled the first transfer window. However, I'll rely on your suggestions for January signings as I believe we need squad depth in a few areas. There's been a complete overhaul to the menu and you're greeted with a few tasks to complete. I've chosen a tiki-taka tactical preset mirroring Lopetegui's possession-based style. We've evenly distributed our coaches to ensure balanced development across the squad. This will be our lineup for the first few months, and I'm glad EA added an extra substitute spot, allowing us to include our backup goalkeeper as needed. There are some young talents in this team like Kalen Casey who are due for an upgrade, especially after he made his Premier League debut last season. Big changes have also been made to team tactics and player roles. Without the ball, we hold a 4-2-3-1 shape, but in attack, players adjust based on their playstyle. This is all completely new to me, so if you have any suggestions on how we can adjust our tactics, let me know in the comments. This squad revolves around our three attacking midfielders and wingers, and it's impressive that West Ham managed to secure Kudus' signature despite interest from other big Premier League clubs. Lucas Paqueta's creativity both centrally and out wide has been key to the Hammers' attack in recent seasons, and Jared Bowen just signed a long-term deal. He's going to continue captaining our team in this save, with Nicholas Fulkrug acting as our target man, especially on set pieces. I'm very excited about the positive changes made to the Youth Academy this year. A good example of that comes from our top prospect, Alfie Harper. At just 14 years old, he's 5'3", but he's going to continue growing in height and weight as he develops, adding more realism to this save. I've adjusted the youth development setting to fast so that we can hopefully showcase more young players in this save. As we start to sign more players to our youth academy, I'll feature some of these youth tournaments so that you can get a sense of how these prospects look and play in game. I'm very happy to be starting with a 4-star experience, 5-star judgment scout, and with over 160 countries available to scout, the opportunities are endless. To begin with, I'll be establishing a scouting network in England focusing on a center defensive mid or center mid, which aligns with one of West Ham's most recent Youth Academy success stories, Declan Rice. While he started as a center back, he became a world-class midfielder under the Hammers, captaining the squad and leading them to Conference League glory in 2023. Since we're not spending any money on player transfers this summer, I figured we'd add 2 more Youth Academy scouts. One is going to set up a network in Spain to search for a goalkeeper, as Lopetegui, during his playing days, featured for a few La Liga teams and even the Spanish national team. For our final scout, I'll be hiring a 5-star scout from Albania, and this is where I need your help. Let me know in the comments which country and player type you think I should scout next, and also feel free to submit a press conference question. I'll be choosing at least one to answer in the next episode. Our first fixtures of the season come in the form of a preseason tournament where Lopetegui's former team Sevilla is also competing. We did well, only losing to Real Madrid, which is always a tough opponent. There are some questions lingering about new signing Guido Rodriguez and his role in this team, but we'll need to figure it out soon as we prepare for our Premier League opener against Aston Villa. With so many new faces in the squad, it's crucial to build team chemistry early. Aston Villa, on the other hand, are fielding the squad that qualified them for the Champions League last season, so this is going to be a difficult first test. The return to pre-match intros in FC25 is a welcome addition. I always find it a bit funny when a feature gets removed and gets added back in, only to be celebrated as a new feature. But we'll get into the highlights here on the tactical camera angle, and it's Nicholas Fulkrug who starts off the action. Unfortunate not to get the opener there within the first 10 minutes. But it's Aston Villa who answer right back. Leon Bailey rising above Emerson, winning the header, and giving the opposition the lead 1-0. We're in the 27th minute, and on the counterattack, it's Lucas Paqueta. He makes a great run in behind, and once again, we struggle with our finishing. I think a lot of this has to do with me not really playing FC that much over the last few months, so I kind of need to get that finishing form back, but we do manage to get the equalizer in the 44th minute. It is none other than Lucas Paqueta to tie things up. We'll see if either side can break the deadlock in the second half, and in the 60th minute, it's Kudus on that left foot who gets denied by Martinez, and it's going to be another chance here from Wan-Bissaka in the 76th. Martinez was shot stopping everything So this one will end level. We'll take a single point. Not a bad result considering this is a new group of players. Not long afterwards, we have a great match to showcase in the Carabao Cup. We've been pitted against our rivals Millwall. This is just a chance encounter, and it should be an epic showdown between the two sides. With this being a cup fixture, I will rotate the squad accordingly to feature some other talents. I think we've got the superior side, but you never know what might happen in these cup fixtures. Antonio has been a staple player for the Hammers over the last decade. It is an impressive feat that he managed to get close to, if not surpassing, 10 goals each and every season for West Ham, and I'm glad that he can still play a role in this squad, even if he's not our first choice striker. He nearly gets the opener in the 15th minute off of a crucial mistake from the Millwall keeper, but we'll keep hold of possession here with Bowen. Really Route 1 tactics, just getting the ball to Antonio inside the box, and he almost gets us the lead. But in the 30th minute, off of a set piece, Millwall getting the ball into the box, and it will find the back of the net. Unlucky there for Fabianski, probably Millwall's first shot on target, and it's their captain that gives them the lead. This is what I was talking about before the match. You never know what can happen in the cup. And we're into the second half now. Somerville, very excited about his transfer to West Ham. I think he's a fantastic talent and one for the future. He pretty much set up this play with that through ball to Paqueta. The ball played across the Fulkrug and an easy finish with the outside of his left boot. We're level 1-1 and now into the 61st minute. Once again, it's Somerville. This time he's going to find Kudus on the through pass, and now we have the lead. We just decided to pour forward our attackers because we were dominating Millwall as far as shots on target. It just seemed like they were saving everything, but once we got that first goal, they seemed to come in abundance. We will get our third effort past the Millwall keeper, Fulkrug's second of the game, and this one, once again, largely a fact off of Millwall's error and just not getting the ball cleared out of the back. We're late in the match, 83rd minute, and once again off of a set piece. This is where Millwall seemed to thrive. They get one back to bring this one within a goal, but the match stays as is. We're victorious 3-2 and through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. A pretty good opening month, and even pushing forward to September, we're yet to lose a Premier League fixture, and as a result, we pick up the Manager of the Month award for September, and that puts us in a 6th place position in the Premier League, right about where we want to be come the end of the season. It took us until the end of October to finally lose a Premier League match against Manchester United, but just an update as Erling Haaland picks up the 2024 Ballon d'Or award. I know we had a chance to feature that match against Millwall, but I wanted to get one more fixture against a London-based club with Arsenal as we approach the halfway mark of the season. We moved up in our league ranking now to 4th, Arsenal struggling in that 7th place spot. A big reason why I wanted to feature this match though is to showcase a fixture against Declan Rice. These matches against the top teams in the Premier League is where I think we're going to have our biggest test as far as gameplay goes in FC 25. As we continue this career mode, I am completely open to adjusting our settings to find one that works the best and kind of take the feedback from the community on board. But in the 26th minute, we get off to a pretty good start. It's Paqueta once again down this left side. He's going to find Kudus, and on the volley, it is a decent shot to test David Raya, and our own goalkeeper, Areola, able to pull off a save of his own around the 60th minute. We're holding on for dear life here as Odegaard is going to get a shot on target, but Areola continuing to have strong hands and keeping this one level. Trossard in the 78th minute is going to cut this one inside. Havertz to Bukayo Saka, and that is just going to be a cool, calm finish, slotted into the left corner on Saka's preferred left foot. It's unfortunate that we gave up a goal, but we still have a chance to pull one back. It's in the 90th minute, so pretty much our last chances of the game, and Antonio, nearly the hero. That's just about the position I want him in. Just inside the box, testing the keeper, and Paqueta's effort getting blocked by the Arsenal defense. We're fortunate to pick it up one more time with Emerson. We'll loft across into the box, but it's going to be a headed effort well over the bar from Alvarez, and this one will end in Arsenal's favor. Probably the result that many predicted going into this game, but the fact that we held Arsenal to just one goal is a pretty good feat on its own, and something that I think we can build off of. Plenty to think about as we head into the January transfer window. We've got a difficult Premier League opponent coming up against Manchester City, but as far as the league table goes, we sit 7th. Not many points separating those top 7 sides, so we could really qualify for any European competition. We are still in competition for the FA Cup, a third-round fixture against Bristol Rovers upcoming, but unfortunately we were kicked out of the Carabao Cup, a 5-4 loss on penalties to Aston Villa. Nicholas Füllkrug leads the club in goals scored, 14 from 22, really good output from him. On the assist front, it's Lucas Paqueta that leads the way, really solid goal distribution from him, 18 combined goals and assists. There are a few key tasks upcoming in January. Probably the most important is to make some transfers. Clubs like Leipzig have already started pursuing talents. Marc Cucurella making that transfer to the Bundesliga. And we've got decisions to make for our loaned-in talents. Both Todibo and Soler have their loans expiring at the end of the season. If we want to bring them in on a permanent basis, then we need to make a decision soon. On the other hand, older players like Kufal, Cresswell, and Danny Ings all have their contracts running out. I'm not certain that I want to bring them back because their market value is depreciating, or they just don't fit into the squad as they expect to. A quick update on Alfie Harper. Unfortunately, his potential has dropped, so I'm not sure he's going to be a long-time player in this club. We did have a positive update though from our scouting network in England. We found Michael Chambers, a 16-year-old 6-foot center defensive mid. I think he'll be a great fit for our tiki-taka playstyle. On the goalkeeper front in Spain, we found Ander Pacheco, a 17-year-old 6'2" talent who's got great potential at 93 to 94. I think a big reason why his overall is what it is because he only has 19 diving. But my biggest ask for you is to get involved in the comments section and leave some transfer suggestions for the next episode. I think the biggest area that we need to focus on in this squad is a defender, probably a center back, and I've shortlisted 2 players to start the conversation. Diego Carlos has played a lot of games under Lopetegui during his Sevilla days, and with him now being a fringe player at Aston Villa, I think he would be open to a move away. I've also identified a younger transfer target with Anel Ahmedhodzic. The Sheffield United man is definitely good enough to be playing in the Premier League and has a great future ahead. So with that, I look forward to seeing all of your comments, and I'll have episode 2 out for you very soon.